I grew up in Brisbane, Australia and spent a lot of my time outside. I was swimming alone in our pool one day. I remember it was a lovely day and I loved to swim underwater. I was a good and confident swimmer and could hold my breath for well over a minute while swimming. I was taking deep breaths, letting out some air and just floating down to the bottom of the pool where I would lie in the warmth and silence until a lack of air pushed me up to get a breath. I would take another and do the same, over and over. I don't know how long I had been doing this when suddenly I found myself in a tunnel. This was not a tunnel of concrete or bricks, but one of light and energy. I was surrounded by light, love and warmth. It was incredibly bright, so bright I should have had to squint, but I didn't have to and the warm golden white light surrounded me. The tunnel had boundaries, similar to being in a loose wide stocking or cocoon. The edges were soft and invisible, maybe like a curtain between me and what was on the other side. When I say I don't mean my body, just my mind/spirit/consciousness was in that tunnel of incredible brightness. I had no form, I was just me. I was surrounded also by sound, the most beautiful sounds and melodies you have never heard. How can you describe the sound of a guitar or a piano to someone who has never heard one? Impossible. It is impossible to describe the incredible beauty of this music, much like high chiming bells and sweet, pure voices, but actually neither of them. There were bright pinpoints of light in the brightness, like mini stars, floating around, much like the stars you see on the inside of your eyelids when you press on them in a dark room. Only I was bathed in total energetic brilliance and there were still stars moving and floating. They were both in the tunnel with me and I was aware of them on the outside of the tunnel, on the other side of the curtain. I could not see them, but I was aware they were there. There was no fear in this experience and of being in this place. I was totally wrapped in incredible peace, indescribable love and joy, acceptance and welcoming. It was like they were waiting there for me. I didn't know who they were, but I felt they were related to me, my family, ancestors, people who were no longer living. They all loved me. It was like bathing in a dry sea of love, happiness, golden light and incredible music. As I progressed through the tunnel, it was neither up nor down, nor sideways, simply along. I was greeted by these unseen beings, the essences of these beings on the other side of the tunnel, by waves of joy and love. They were welcoming me and flowing through me. I felt completely at peace, like I was coming home. After a while, I heard the voice of my grandmother. Her words were lovingly spoken into my mind, or rather, their essence and meaning just appeared inside me. I understood them. The words said, "You can choose to come with me if you wish, but it is not your time yet." In my mind or vision, I remembered my mother and my family. I saw my body lying on the bottom of the pool. This was something I both saw like a vision of looking down on something, like a photo, and also something that was just a feeling and vision within me. I don't remember making a conscious decision to come back, but I remember knowing how upset my mother would be if I left her. Instantly, I was back inside my body, feeling my lungs burning for air, and my body automatically pushing me up out of the water for a breath. It was many years until I told anyone about this event,